This is Jesse Manuel with Super Rewards. This video is to show you guys how to deploy Super Rewards on your website or application. I've created a kind of cookie cutter basic website here that all it has is the user ID and cache. And if we want to get more cache, we could click on this button. And this is where the Super Rewards implementation is going to be. So the first step is to create your account. So let's go to the Super Rewards website and let's sign up. Alright, and we've created our site. Now the first link here is the developer documentation. I'm going to open this up in a new tab just so you guys could take a look. And while it's great, I'm going to skip to page 4 because I know that on page 4 there's some nice code that I'm going to want to put in on the website. But at any rate, going back, the first step you want to do is you add a new application. You could select, if you're on a social network or iPhone, you could select that. But if you're a standalone website like this implementation is, then you could do that. Now the site name is going to be nondescript. And the currency we're using is cash. Now, keep in mind that this is 101 currency to Super Rewards points matching, just means dollar for dollar. But let's submit that. Now, the next thing it's going to ask me, where's the postback URL to send the information once somebody completes an offer. In this case, I'm going to create just one at postback.php, so let's enter that. Great. The next page will show me the actual iframe code to drop in. So I'm going to copy this, and in my superrewards.php file, I've highlighted a nice area to plop it in on. So I'm going to paste that in there. And you'll notice I'm going to change my width to 650 actually. The most important part is setting the user ID. The user ID needs to be dynamic and whoever's actually viewing the page. So the user ID in this case is great. So now we've loaded in the iframe. Let's see if this works on server. Alright, let's go back and take a look. And it looks like the Super Rewards page is loading fine. So now let's test it. If we wanted to test it, we could go through and try these offers or pay on it. But the easier way is to go on the Super Rewards site again. You'll notice on the bottom there's a space to enter admin ID, user IDs. On the home page, you'll also notice that I've said what my user ID is, and it's 12345. I'm going to copy that, enter that in here, and so now the app has been updated, and I have this ability to send some test postbacks. So I'm going to try to send this. Now I know it's not going to go through because I haven't created that postback.php file. So there's really only two parts here. One is create the UI. The second one is this postback.php file, which I'm going to create right now. So let's start out with this empty file here. The first check is just to include some basic stuff. And then next I'm going to do a check of the MD5 signature. This is important just so that you don't have people hacking your system. With each postback, our system will send you guys an MD5 signature, and we need to just make sure that it matches with the secret that's in our account. So first let's get the secret here. You'll find it on the app page. Alright, secrets entered, and that code that I mentioned before from the developer documentation, this is kind of what the format will be on the postback. So let's just copy that over so we don't have to rewrite it. Save a little bit of time. And let's make that a little bit cleaner. Great. So now we're anticipating what the signature should match, and let's check if it's matched. And if we do have a match, let's pull the data. Great. And let's also enter that information into the database. So you'll notice that I'm setting the currency to equal whatever the total is set in the postback. Super rewards will keep track of the lifetime amount that each currency has used on your application. So you could always just overwrite this total so that you save some time there. So let's make sure that we get the proper. So if we have success entering this in the database, let's send back 1. If not, let's send back a 0 value. If we send back a 0 value, super rewards will keep trying to hit our database until we get a good result. So we're just going to redo this again here for the next level. And that should be it. Let's make sure we don't have any typos there. And that's our postback file. Loading that up to the server, and let's give this a test. Let's refresh it a couple of times, and it looks like we got our cash. So you could keep sending this postback, and your cash will increase, hopefully. It doesn't take a minute, but it does take some time. At any rate, our cash is now $30. So users can now enter here and fill out their surveys, etc., and you can start advertising. So that's super rewards. If you want any more info, just check our website and contact one of our people. Thanks a lot for watching.